Rats. The power is out.
I think I can get more clients. I'm pretty sure the guy behind me is a floody.
I do not know the meaning of this word, floody.
Floody. You know, like a guy who flooded?
Ah, this makes sense.
Watch this. Hi there. Are you a floody?
Why yes. Yes, I am.
Do you know the secret handshake?
No, but I'm pretty sure it involves me bending over.
You're a funny guy. I like that. Gotta have a sense of humor with all that's going on. I'll bet your flood insurance didn't pay for all your damage. Do you want to tell me about it?
Why? Who are you? Some kind of therapist funded by FEMA? I already told you people, I don't need therapy. I need money to fix my house.
Ha, me? A therapist? No. I probably could be one by now with all the hours I spend listening to floodies tell me their troubles. Seriously, you mean you don't know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Wait, are you that Tony Citizen guy?
The one and only.
Tony, I am more useful than a therapist. I'm a lawyer. My name is Johnny Cufflinks. This lovely creature is my wife, Tatiana. She is also a lawyer.
I used to be European supermodel. Then I was Russian pop star. Now I am defender of justice for the American people.
Did you hire a lawyer yet? To sue your flood insurance company?
No. It's on my to-do list. But I keep hearing you can't sue the government. That resistance is futile.
Buddy, that is just not accurate.
Mr. Citizen, this is not true at all. I see someone has filled your head with big garbage.
Don't forget, you had a contract with FEMA. That means you have rights. Do you want to hear the real story of what goes on in the National Flood Insurance Program?
What real story?
The real story of my white whale. The guy I've been chasing for years. A lawyer named Jerry with a J, Connelson, with a K, that's spelled K-N-E-L-S-O-N.
I see the K is not silent.
Exactly. He is not to be confused with any corrupt lawyers with similar sounding names.
That's interesting. It reminds me of that media company that starts with a non-silent K. They do TV ratings and stuff. The name is Connelson.
This is all just a big coincidence. I am sure.
After all, this is just a cartoon.
Sure. You seem like a nice guy. I'll listen to your story.
It is very smart for you, Mr. Citizen, to listen to my husband, Johnny Cufflinks. You will find he is very much like Bond, James Bond, and not just because he is so charming.
And not just because I own every single Aston Martin that was ever featured in a James Bond movie.
What does your fancy suit, your Russian pop star wife, and a couple of fast cars have to do with my flood problems?
Nothing. Those are just my hobbies.
It's very interesting story, Mr. Citizen. Try and show more enthusiasm.
Yeah, look alive. That's better. May I have a spotlight please? So my white whale, he's this guy, Connelson. He's the reason why Tony and all his neighbors never got paid fairly on their flood insurance claims. He's the lawyer for FEMA and their write-your-own insurance carriers. He has been rigging the system for years to screw homeowners and put disaster money in his pocket, and the pockets of his cronies.
How does he do that?
This Connelson is part of a conspiracy to underpay homeowners, spark lawsuits, and then siphon the money that FEMA is supposed to pay to disaster victims to himself.
Connelson is corrupt bastard.
It's a circle of fraud. See? I told you so. Let me explain. Here's a diagram. As the WYO lawyer, Connelson instructs the carriers to underpay claims. The WYOs underpay the claims. The homeowner is then fucked, and has to sue. FEMA has to pay the WYO lawyer to defend the underpayment. The money all goes in Connelson's pocket, and the circle of fraud is complete. Connelson actually bragged to his colleagues and cronies that, By rigging the system, he could make $1 bajillion in legal fees off Sandy. That is more money than FEMA spent in disaster aid on all of Katrina.
$1 million.
$1 million isn't that big of a deal. That's only like 1.5 houses in my neighborhood.
Not 1 million. 1 bajillion.
1 majillion. It is so much money. I cannot even count this high. Not even in Russian.
That sounds crazy. That can't be true.
You should never doubt Johnny Cufflinks.
I am a skeptic, Mr. Cufflinks. This can't really be what is going on. Are you able to prove any of this?
You bet I can. I have all the evidence. Folgers planted cameras in the headquarters of one of the WYO carriers. They switched their usual coffee to Folgers crystals, and wanted to see their reaction when they found out it wasn't their usual coffee, but everyone came into the meeting right after a Starbucks run. Folgers just left their cameras rolling, and they ended up with damning evidence. They recorded an entire meeting about this corruption. Let's go to the videotape.
You will not to believe what is captured on videotape. Do not be lazy. Click the link to watch the video now.